came up to Theodore one year and they said, all right, the other brothers there, and we've got a camp on water. Well, we tried to camp. We backed the caravan, and this person came out and said, but you can't park there, this is our spot. Well, I didn't have the gall to throw the chairs in the river, which I should have done. But they were there for the 4 months and they never spent a cent in there. Now, this year, we went straight to the showgrounds. $15 a night. So if anybody cannot pay $15 a night, there's something wrong. And I still think that people on free camps, I think they should be charged unpaid sites.
I think that the council could do more in promoting their own shopping complexes by getting packages together, and I know that the stores in the bigger complexes will do this because I've been in retail all of my life, and we'll offer a 10% discount on whatever you'd like to buy, except for sale items, of course, and I think that'd be a great asset to the people that.
Well, with promoting the events, like we heard the other week that someone had been down in the Strand and there was hot rods or something on down there. We never knew anything about it, and if we had, we would have gone down there. There must be some way that the council can even send out a flyer to all the caravan parks in the area, even for the caravan park owners then to put it up on another. But they should also be doing things to promote outside that. Not everybody's got a computer, we have, but not everybody has. So if you don't have a computer, you can't get online to find out what's going on. So I'm sure they can promote it a lot better.
Well, I feel, to be honest, the council has all these areas where they help promote Townsville. And the thing is, I don't believe they're doing it in the right direction. Because, like, we stay here for 4 months. And we're happy to do that. And if you look at the total value of what we spent that 4 months, it'd be a fair amount of money. Now, if you times that by every caravan person that stays for, say, 3 to 4 months, that is a lot of money. Now, council can actually promote to the parks and make buses. I know buses are expensive, but the thing is, if they're spending $400,000 a year on cleaning up rubbish and giving free camps and clearing stuff away, why not promote some of that money into free bus services so they could go around the whole lot of the caravan parks?
Brian, you got some ideas? I'm back on the free camp bandwagon here. I think we know what we're talking about with free camps because we've been camping and caravanning for over 40 years. I might get a job one day. But the thing is that we can remember when the free camps first started getting set up and sponsored by councils and state governments and all the rest of it. And the idea was that there were transit stops. And you'd get there late in the evening, and if you were self-sufficient, you'd stop there overnight. You'd sometimes mix with the other campers. You'd have your breakfast in the morning and move on. And that was the whole idea of it. Whereas the ones we've spotted around Townsville, they're used by people who have turned it into an industry, and they know how to work the system. And if I went down to Saunders Beach, for instance, 4 consecutive days this week, I guarantee you there'll be people there on every day, and it's only supposed to be a 48-hour camp. People take ownership, as Pauline pointed out, and they think they have rights there when all it is a transit stop. And that's what we get annoyed about, is that you can't get into these places as a day traveller when you're based in this area and you want to go to these beautiful places that have been taken over by the freeloaders. And I get fully angry about it because it could be policed a lot better. And we've had those people say to us, they say, oh, you're fine. As soon as you get on side with the rangers, you're fine. And and that seems to be how it works. No objection to free camps, but they've got to be done properly.
Claire, what was your ideas?
Really got anything there?
Everyone's stolen your
I've all
ideas.
said it.
She's with me.
No, it was just the other day when John and Graham went down to the free camp, and I've got nothing against free camps. We use free camps.
Of course.
We use free camps. But it is that they are taken advantage of. Maybe Saunders Beach and that maybe they should be a 24-hour one, so that they are just go in and go. And didn't you say was at Forbes or
Forbes,
something?
they
Come round and get your license number, so
Your
that
reg number.
they know that people are only there 24 hours and then they're on their way.
And the rubbish.
Oh, the rubbish, yeah. Well, they couldn't even park. They couldn't even park, and they'd just gone down there to fish. They didn't have a caravan. They just wanted to fish. I don't know how the people who live down there like it. I'm sure they don't.
Because have the council taken a lot of these rubbish bins away?
No, it's rubbish bins there, but they're overflowed. They're on the ground. They're
It's like a volcano.
Down home, they've taken a lot of rubbish bins away.
Yeah, I think my opinion is it's sort of a gross misuse of ratepayers' funds.
Absolutely.
Because they're spending money with people who have no intention of supporting the town. Even though some of the clubs come up with all these fancy figures of how much money they spend, we actually know what they do and how they do it, and it doesn't represent any money into the town whatsoever because of the way it's structured for police. Yet the council are not spending any money on the real people who are spending money in the town every day. And so I'm saying you should be changing the system around and diverting more attention to your customers who used to be drive-throughs, who are now 3 and 4 month stayers, who represent a lot of money per capita to this town. And I think it's about time the rules were changed. And look, what technology, I mean, I could set up a technology on these free camps that took everyone's number plate as they drove in and as they drove out and send them a fine.
Yeah, that's right.
It wouldn't be a problem, rather than send a ranger up who they could, befriend and become old mate. So it's just a matter of let's sit down and look at it again, I think, and rearrange it. And yes, a free camp's a free camp for a rest and recreation and keep going. That's a nice gesture from the city, whether it's a 24-hour stopover. And use that money back into your real people that are spending the money. Do some discounts, some free bus pickups. We've talked to lots of different ideas, coming directly from the people. So we can just hope that the council and the tourism authority will take what we're giving them on a platter to be saying, let's relook at it and do something positive about it.
I agree, Phil.
We think that they should be taking it on board because it means that we're spending our money here. If they can offer something, if they can even send a courtesy bus, if 2 days a week.
Just on the figures of it, Bill. Just on the money figures alone, because John and Ros and Claire and I, we roughly estimated it'd be fairly close, because we're here about the same time, the same length of time each year, and we estimated that between the four of us we spend about 60 grand. Now there's four couples here, and so you'd have to say you guys would be about the same. At least, maybe more, maybe
Just
you.
keep chatting.
Well, that's because we keep
so-
going to the shopping complex.
So between the four couples, there's 120 grand for that period.
There's a lot of money coming
And
in.
you double that again, that's $250,000 close enough.
We've just put the top floor on the cowboys, haven't we?
The proper tourists, the ones who have got the wherewithal to go away for months at a time, they spend a lot of money. And they're not being nurtured.
I think the thing is, what I'd like to say, that if the Townsville Enterprise Organisation just did a survey and sent out to all the caravan parks and asked people, put down how much you spend while you're in Townsville, and we can itemise the items. Because as far as putting your receipt in, I've got a lot of receipts that I need for warranty, so I can't put them in the box.
but
they're big money.
But no, I
No,
don't.
but wait a minute, sorry, just And the thing is that if the Townsville Enterprise Group did this survey and just saw how much money come out of every caravan park in Townsville and what those people spent here, I think they'd have a different view on where they put their funds.
Doing things, yeah.
And stopping instead of passing through.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
Yeah,
The whole point of changing this from a throughput to a destination.
Exactly. Because there's lots to do.
Cairns a destination, and you people have proved it. You know, by starting off coming here for a couple of weeks, and then each year you've almost doubled your stay up to 4 months. Well, holy smokes! I mean, that's a big thing.
It's like finding an oil well in the Strand.
Well, it's absolutely right. You know, it's fountain of youth, isn't it? The council. If we could stop those people coming through, I mean, it's an old thing to say. You know, the market that you do have, all you've got to do is put the brakes on and stop it rushing through. By getting it to stop another. I mean, John said the other night, you know, if he was coming through and he saw something that was on,
You'd stay.
the car show on the Strand, I'll stay another couple of nights.
That's right.
Well, that's money. And that's what we have to do. We have to look after the market we already have. And, you know, cut down trying to spend your budget on a market you may never get. And really massage the one you have, because that's the easiest one and the most cost-effective one to be able to expand. Thanks for all your comments. I'm sure this will, you know, get to the council enterprise and the city council, and hopefully get some discussion going between the councillors, and, you know, maybe implement some of the ideas that you guys have come up with.
Well, I hope they're challenged by what we've said.
Well, yeah, good comment.
And we'd
I hope
also
they are
like
too.
to get a response from the council.
Well, I hope it does, Bill, because Townsville has got a lot to offer,
Absolutely.
but it's got to be marketed the right way, and I believe your way of getting people to stay rather than passing through. I mean, you could spend, I know we've spent thousands down in Victoria with the Woodturn Club, and the money can go, you can ask a survey when the people come into this show we run, and the thing is, they come from everywhere, but is the cost equal to the draw? And that's what you've got to look at. And I mean, any business plan, irrelevant of what it is in business or anything like that, you've got to look at your outgoing cost, your incoming cost. And if you know the people that are retired like us have got a little bit of money in our pockets, we spend it, which we prove we have. I mean, I can show you receipts. And they're the people you say you've got to encourage to spend more, stay longer.
Yes, they've got the infrastructure, haven't they, in supermarkets,
Oh, they've got it.
shopping complexes.
All the cafes.
Well, I like it better than
I do too.
Townsville has
Well, we
been
all
really
do,
well
that's why
developed
we're here.
because we've got photographs from Castle Hill 40 years ago, and you look up here and there's nothing, absolutely nothing.
Well, you
And
know
now they've got a genuine city with visitor attractions, but they're not selling it.
Yeah, exactly. Nicest place in Australia.
Yep.
All those in favour?
Oh,
I think that's it, folks. Thanks for coming.
When's the ice creams and lollipops?